Good morning. This is Jacob Bolton, Associate Pastor of Formation here at Westminster Presbyterian Church of Alexandria, Virginia. This past week, we held our virtual vacation Bible school called Compassion Camp, a truly intergenerational event. We learned, moved, sang, and prayed about compassion, bravery, love, and jubilee, all using the virtual power of Zoom. Families from wherever they were able to join in with us wherever we were to participate and spend some holy time together. Now, I spent the entirety of my virtual vacation Bible school here in this space, which happens to be on the same back porch of the home in which we find ourselves currently living. You can see some of the VBS coloring sheets up there on the wall behind me. But this also is the space in which I have come to you every single Monday, rain or shine, hot or cold, 250 views or 11 views, since we started doing these online daily devotions. While not Jerusalem or Canterbury, not Mecca or Chichen Itza, this has become holy ground. This is that thin place where God and you and I co-create together every Monday morning at 8:30. I followed the path of the sun every morning as these days have gotten longer. I felt the rain splash in amidst devotions that we've recorded during thunderstorms. I've seen the space around me fill in with the lush green vegetation of my first Virginia spring. Now, what many of you have shared with me is that when you tune into these devotions is that you also hear bird song, birds chirping, calling, singing, communicating with one another. Something that I learned last week during Compassion Camp is that one of the birds that I reside with here in this ecosphere is a sparrow. Now this sparrow, or perhaps sparrows, was calling throughout our time together during VBS. And ornithologist extraordinaire Caroline Judy pointed this out to me, sent me some email links, and further formed my relationship with the earth and all that is in it. Now, this pastor reads an email about a sparrow, and I immediately think about the hymn, "His Eye is on the Sparrow," also known as "Why Would I Feel Discouraged?" Now, for those of you playing along at home, this can be found on page 661 of our hymnals. The song was originally written in the year 1905. And the words were written by female Canadian lyricist Sevilla D. Martin and composed by Charles H. Gabriel. It is most associated with the actress-singer Ethel Waters, who used the title for her autobiography, and also with a recording more recently by Whitney Houston that was released after her tragic death. Now, I've never heard either of them sing this song live. The most powerful experience that I've ever had of hearing it sung was by a man named Tim Fauvel. Tim was a lifelong Broadway star, having found the stage, perhaps the stage found him as a child, working his way through an incredible Broadway career. And then later in life, after becoming HIV positive, he felt a new call and enrolled in seminary. I was lucky enough to be one of his classmates. Needless to say, this man can sing. And when he blessed us with that voice, whether in the chapel or just hanging out in the quad, sometimes even just for fun in the hallway, you just had to stop. You just had to listen. Tim graduated and became a chaplain at New York Presbyterian Hospital and sadly died not too long after that due to complications of his own health. If there was ever a man whose eye was on the sparrow, it was Tim. Inspired by the Psalter and two passages from the book of Matthew. Look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? Which is from Matthew chapter 6, verses 26. And are not two sparrows sold for a farthing? And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear ye not. Therefore, you are of more value than many sparrows. That coming from the 10th chapter of Matthew, verse 29, 30, and 31. This hymn is a hymn that sticks with you long after it is sung, just like the sounds of all the songbirds that accompany us on our weekly devotions. Allow me now to close with a reading of the lyrics from this hymn, a fitting postscript to a week of virtual vacation Bible school, and an homage to the cosmic sanctuary that we have all been blessed with by our loving God. Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and long for heaven and home? When Jesus is my portion, my constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Let not your heart be troubled. His tender word I hear, and resting on his goodness, I lose my doubts and fears. Though by the path he leadeth, but one step I may see. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Whenever I am tempted, whenever clouds arise, when song gives place to sighing, when hope within me dies, I draw the closer to him. From care he sets me free. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. For his eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Much love. Hold fast.